and you'll see the traffic light turn into the park.
We evidently forgot that part, so it's all right. He's on his way.
Well, that's a good thing.
All right, being that it's 7:01 and he'll be here in a few minutes, we'll just go ahead and start and get rolling. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the second meeting of January for the Lawrenceville Lions Club. Glad y'all have joined us this evening. Before we get started, Ryan, would you lead us in the pledge? And Catherine, would you lead us in the invocation?
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for the ability to gather as friends and as Lions to be with us as we discuss our business and help us plan events for the community that are pleasing in your sight. In Christ's name I pray, amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Next up is an agenda approval. Before we do that, in new business, there's an item involving a group that wants to use this building as an office building on a temporary basis. So that needs to be added to new business. Otherwise, do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries. And the agenda is approved. Lion Bill, our tail twister, it's your time, my friend.
Okay, from the cheap seats.
You can join.
I thought he was about to say from the home office in Des Moines, Iowa.
Okay, in honor of the upcoming new year on next Tuesday, February 1st, I'd like to know, well, first of all, what in the fining department, I've reviewed it with the committee and we've reduced the fine from for this offense to only $1. The offense is the date of the meeting is the 22nd. The year is the 2022, not 2021. So it was going to be $22, but we reduced it to $2. Thank you very much. All right, and again, going back to the tail twister. In recognition of the new year, which is next Tuesday, February 1st, I'd like to know, where's your favorite Chinese food?
Oh, man.
Start with Brian.
All right, my favorite Chinese food, I like pot stickers.
Good choice.
Okay. Oh, wait, what?
I thought that you, so we want the food, not the location.
Right.
Yeah, favorite type of, favorite Chinese dish.
Do you like them pan fried or steamed?
Or just free.
I'll eat them steamed or pan fried.
Oh. Ryan?
I like dumplings. I'm a sucker for dumplings. Yeah, there's this place. They have one place in Cumming, and I know they have two locations. One in Cumming, one in Croc Street Market. A place called Goose Dumplings.
Goose.
Goose.
Goose dumplings.
Apostrophe S. Goose Dumplings. Really good dumplings.
Croc Street, period.
Yeah.
Tom?
I sweet and sour pork.
Okay.
The Yeah, that's my big one. Hey, Don.
Hi, Don.
Yeah. Hey,
Hi, John.
hello.
Hi.
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
You want to get in, Bill?
my favorite, so hard to choose, I like it all. I would say probably my favorite is Mongolian beef.
Okay,
Also like Mongolian chicken.
all right.
Good choice.
Pete?
Yeah.
What's your favorite type of Chinese food?
Almond something. Chicken. Fried,
Almond chicken, okay.
fried, fried chicken with almonds in it.
Almond Joy?
Bill said you liked almond joy.
How about you, Don?
General Tso chicken.
Ah, there you go.
What was that?
Spicy food.
General Shows.
General Tso chicken.
That's
That's 2 for general.
okay.
Good choice, Don. And that's it.
All right. Thank you very much to Bill, our tail twister.
Please keep your shoes.
Moving right along is our secretary's report.
No, there's not.
No, there is not.
It will show up in the newsletter here this week.
Okay, very good. Next is our induction, but we will move on that and table that for just a moment because Carlos is on his way. Under old business, our gladiators and swarm nights coming up. Kathy.
She can do swarm. I think it was gladiators.
Yes.
Hang on, there's Carlos.
Okay.
The gladiators.
Hold on. Carlos is here.
Right now, that almost was a long walk home for you calling her Kathy.
I know. I know she.
Hopefully she didn't hear that.
She gave me.
That's why she didn't say it.
I could see the look and
You, the visually impaired, could see that look.
yeah, I deserve it too.
I'm glad I'm over here out of range of fire.
Hey,
Carlos.
Save the seat for you right over there.
Catherine, would you introduce Carlos to everybody, please? I know you've worked with him over at the ball field.
Oh,
Everyone, this is Carlos. Carlos, this is everyone. I'm just.
Tom,
Yeah, we just met at the chamber Friday.
So you know Ryan.
yes.
I don't know if you remember my husband Bill.
From Sharpers.
Yes.
And then
This
on the
is-
screen is Don.
on the right, and Pete's on, you know Pete.
Yes.
My friend Pete.
Your friend Pete.
Hey, he
Yes.
called you his friend, Pete.
Good.
Pardon?
Carlos called you his friend.
Are we ready to go?
We are ready to go, Pete. So.
He's unfazed by that.
Well, I appreciate you allowing me to do this tonight. And I'm not there, but I'm doing it virtually. So I'd like to welcome Carlos Ortiz to the Lawrenceville Lions Club. And Carlos, if you would please stand up. And we're gonna ask you a few things here, and you will reply with a I do or I will. Do you hereby accept membership in the Lawrenceville Lions Club knowing that you are encouraged to participate in functions with the club?
I do.
You do, good.
Yes, I do.
To the best of your ability, will you abide by the Lions Code of Ethics, attend meetings whenever possible, and contribute your share to the programs of your club, district, and Lions Clubs International?
Yeah, I will.
You are now officially a member of the Lawrenceville Lions Club. As your sponsor, I will now present you with the Lions emblem pin, which signifies membership. So Tom, if you don't mind, if you would put the pin on Carlos' shirt.
Right here.
Didn't you get one in your envelope there?
Pete, it's short one in this envelope.
We're improvising.
We got a new kit coming in. I'll have everything in it, Carlos.
Allow me.
I'm noting in the minutes that Catherine is pinning Carlos.
Yes.
As I was told the day I got mine, wear it proudly and wear it whenever possible. Congratulations. Welcome.
Very good. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that, and Tom for having the sign-in sheet, the certificate. So thank y'all.
Wonderful.
And Carlos, when you get home tonight, I want you to write your grandfather and tell him that you're a Lion now.
I will. You'll be very proud.
And if Tom could take a picture of several of you with the Lions members, he can send that to you, and you can send that to your granddad also.
Yeah, we can take a picture before we leave here.
Sure. You know, one of the things about having a new tail thruster, you would think I could do the pictures now.
Hey, don't forget Bill over on your left over there.
Well, we got a video recording going here I can take pictures off of too. So.
Yes.
We're not going to forget Bill.
No, absolutely
He's already
not.
fined me. Where's that button? Bill, you do look like you're off in the wasteland.
The red-headed stepchild table. It's like Thanksgiving at the kids' day.
Catherine, smile.
Time out.
There we go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Okay, you got it, James.
Excellent. Carlos, welcome to our club. It's so great to have you on board. You're a great asset to the community, and so are the Stripers. We're so proud to have you a part of the family.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for everything.
All right.
We're going to plow through the rest of these agenda items, so we.
All right.
So what we got going on.
All right. Lion Catherine.
I'm going to defer to Lion Tom for the Gladiators game.
Excellent, Tom.
So we already put out the flyers and stuff for the Gladiators like 3 weeks ago to all the other clubs. This past weekend, we got out the amended flyer with the sports bundle, which has the Gladiators game, the Swarm, and the Stripers. We got that to all, whatever, I think it's like 69. Is there 69 chapters in the district, Pete? Is that right?
Say what?
How many chapters are in the district?
I'm not sure.
I think it's some multiple of 9, I believe. But anyway, we got it out to all of them. I started calling them over the weekend. I still have about 9 more to call. But most everybody else in the club had made calls too.
Right.
Brian and Catherine, Bill, and anyway, we're. I did not check before I came over here to see how many tickets we have sold, but anyway, hopefully we'll do really well. If we don't get, we have a lower threshold for the gladiators than we do for the swarm. So hopefully we get a good turnout. Am I missing anything, Catherine?
Those of you planning on attending Friday need to buy a ticket.
Yeah, if you want to buy a ticket, if you're gonna participate, call me. I've got good tickets for us. We had 20 tickets down near the ice,
Yeah.
and we'll get them to you. I've got them in that AXS, and I can just electronically send them to you.
Tom and I can tag team that so I can send you a pay request along with your dues.
Yes.
There you go.
Give me all your money.
Yes. Give me a thing and I'll pay it all at once.
There you go. Okay. As for the swarm,
Can we finish the,
I'm
what
sorry.
about the table with the gladiators? What's going to be done there?
There's somebody that you can always depend on to point out what you leave out of your report. We will have a table in the hallway, and Catherine, Bill, myself, I think Theo will be there, Brian will be there.
And
Ryan will be there.
Sharing
In
the
fact,
table with them.
Ryan's got half a table for his group. It will be grabbing people by the collar and ordering them in for Lions and chat outreach.
Do we have any literature to pass out, or it's just talking to them about the law?
I have literature. Do
We
you
have a
any
little
flavor?
bit, we have a little bit left from what we had at the last
Pete,
meeting.
Pete, are you going to the Gladiators game? Hello, Pete.
You're what?
Are you going to the Gladiators game?
I think he's talking to Jamie.
Why are you calling?
Somebody call him.
Okay.
No,
All right, so he has some more collateral, I'm sure.
whatsoever.
I have some, I'm hoping that before, if I can get it done tomorrow, I want to print up like 1/3, kind of a third of a page type postcards, if you will, that list upcoming events that we've got going on between our volunteer work at Streetwise, the book club, obviously the seminars that we're going to be hosting in March, just try to show that we've got a lot going on.
Right.
What about as far as like my half of the table? So are we literally splitting a table?
My hope is they'll have that we can actually use too. I just, like I said, I've not, this is,
I'll talk to Tommy. Do you know Tommy? You know
yeah,
Tommy.
we met Tom.
Yeah, so I give Tommy a call tomorrow
Okay.
and I ask him.
All right. Just buzz me once you know.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Do that.
Okay. But, hoping to have some printed material we can hand out to people, like here's what we've got going on. Come join us. You don't have to be aligned to get involved. Here's the things we've got on the docket for the next couple of months. If you've got special events, I'm going to get with you if there's anything we want to put on the calendar, fundraisers you've got to bring up that we can volunteer, that the Lions can be involved in, then I want to put that on the calendar.
Pete,
Any other questions about the Glads?
I was wondering, whatever you're passing out, maybe if we put to save printing, if you just print one sheet and put a QR code on it, and direct them to a page or our website or something. Maybe I'll work on that tomorrow or Friday.
Okay.
good idea.
Does that complete your report, Tom?
It does, President Brian.
All right, Lion Catherine, sworn.
Similar to the Glads game, the only difference is we will have a table, however, we will be selling the chuckaballs for that evening. So if you are unfamiliar with chuckaball, they are $2 a piece, and at the end of the lacrosse game, they will set up the prize zones on the field, and then they will give a signal, and everybody that has purchased one of the little $2 squishy balls gets to throw them into the ring. If your ball lands in a prize zone, then you obviously win a prize. We get 100% of the revenue taken in from those sales. So whatever we sell, we get to keep. So, John's told me we can bring our card reader so we can accept credit cards if we wish to do that.
Okay.
Which I think would be a really good idea, so I'll be prepared for that. So I'll have my phone, and then whoever else wants to help run credit cards, we can set them up with the Stripe reader as well. Come early, like I said, again, tickets are available. We've got, you get to pick out where you want to sit. We're just, they're end zone seats, $26 a piece. I will put an event up on Facebook probably tomorrow morning. Start boosting that, trying to get some folks coming or interested in coming to that. And I'll be singing the national anthem, so.
Yay.
Worth the price of admission.
Maybe,
And more.
we'll see.
When's the Swan game?
The swarm's a week from Friday, it's the 4th,
And then
7:30 is this Friday, yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately, ended up being really close together, but it just kind of how it wound up.
This one.
I know you got some stiff competition Friday.
Yeah,
Preacher debuts.
there you go.
What's
We're doomed,
Yes.
we're doomed. Nobody's gonna come.
What else is Friday?
Reacher, the new series about Jack Reacher.
Hmm.
On Netflix.
Oh,
So that's all I've got right now, guys.
all right. Thank you very much. How Money Works seminar?
How many works? We already have 2 registrations, and I have done 0 advertising. Thank you, Eventbrite. We, after talking to Karen, we decided to post the event on Eventbrite so we could get a handle on, people could pick their day, because we're giving them 2 different days, 2 different times. One's an evening, one's a late Saturday morning. And just on Eventbrite alone, we've already gotten some traction, so it's very exciting. Karen is sending me collateral that we can put on Facebook to start doing Facebook posts. I have the flyers, and I'm getting with Kathy Schrader, and we're gonna, start contacting some of the prospects that we discussed at the last meeting, reaching out to the school system, reaching out to certain areas, seeing if they'll help us promote. So trying to draw in college crowd. I want to take some posters over to GGC, see if we can put them out somewhere. Things like that.
Excellent.
Yeah, I can post it on my pages as well.
Yeah, we said, I think it'd be a great opportunity. We said it's a great class for anybody, they said from teenager up. Even John of the Swarm's like, I need a class like that. I said, then you need to be in our seminar, so.
Yes. Fantastic. Does that
It does
complete?
include.
Excellent. All right, on to new business.
Leo's.
Leo's savings bond.
I don't remember exactly what the verbiage was, but Lisa wanted to give a $50 savings bond to a Leo that does some sort of activity. And she asked that we would support that. So.
Yeah, what's going on with the Leo Club at the moment?
She's trying to rebuild it. She says because the kids have moved on, she's trying to get new kids. So she's
Gotcha.
working on that.
Okay.
It's not defunct.
All right.
I'll make a motion that we give her the $50 for a savings bond. Actually, it'd be $37.50, but what does a savings bond cost?
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
Anyway. Anybody give me a second?
All right, is there a second on that motion on the floor?
Second.
Thank you, Ryan.
All right, there is a motion on the floor to contribute a savings bond for the Leo Club to give out to one of their students. All in favor?
I'd like a discussion,
Excuse
please.
me, pardon me. Any discussion on
Yes,
the
please.
motion?
Yes, please. She who's in charge of the money would like to know what account this is coming out of.
I believe it would come out of activities, would it not?
That's what I was hoping.
Because it would be like giving a scholarship.
Okay.
except it's not a scholarship. It's different. But, you know,
Like I said, if it's coming out of activities, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure I understood where it's coming from.
yeah, it's coming out of activities.
Okay. And it's just one?
Yes.
Yes.
That answers my questions.
Right?
Hi, Maria.
Hi, Maria.
You're muted.
All right, I will call the question. All in favor of contributing the savings bond signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries.
I'll get with Lisa and get that working.
Excellent. We had an email request by Phoenix High School to be at their health fair. I messed up a bit. In their request, they did not ask what we would be doing. And I wrote a reply asking as such, and I found out today that it's stuck in my unset folder. So naturally that question has not been answered. Let's see. Let me find the exact date.
Oh, there's Maria.
February 24th. So we still have some time. It's like, I believe that's a Thursday, I think, from 8 to 12 p.m., 8 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Maria, your picture's beautiful, but we can't hear you.
Oh, and now that I look at it, it says to host a table at the event. I guess that's all they wanted.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Does that mean they just want to look at us? Do they want us to do something? Does
Right,
that mean host as in pay us money?
right, exactly. And that's why the clarification is important.
This is like, is this gonna be like what we did at Central High?
Maybe, maybe not.
What did you do at Central?
It was Central High, so we're, right? You and Pete and I went and stood around. The foundation did that.
Yeah, it was like, here's a table, you know,
We paid for that table, right?
right.
I don't want to feed you answers.
So I will, when I get a response to that, I will send that via an email, and hopefully it will be very soon.
What's the date of that again?
February 24th.
It's a Thursday morning.
Okay.
We have 2 meetings between now and then, actually.
Okay.
All right. Pete, you have a zone meeting coming up. What's the info on that, sir?
On the 10th of February, we will be having a zone meeting at the Norcross Lions Clubhouse. That's on Price Street in Norcross, just down from, I think it's Sumeror Middle School. And we'll have hopefully our 5th club in our zone, which is a Gwinnett Latino club. Hopefully they will be attending. So the meeting will be on membership. We're going to promote membership that day. 7 o'clock. And I think they're going to have a meal. She's working on it. So if you wanted to come early and eat, get there before the meeting and eat while we're having a meeting. The price for the meeting is $7.
Okay,
All right,
So
that's a
Norcross,
Thursday night.
yes. Norcross still has a clubhouse?
To who?
Norcross still has a clubhouse?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I thought you
Okay.
said we were meeting at their clubhouse.
Yeah, but the only one that I know that's ever been there is Brian, and he rode with me. So, but it's on Church Street, right off of Beaver Ruin, just about a block from Buford Highway. You turn left if you're going towards Buford Highway.
But they still own it.
Still on, as far as I know.
They still own the building?
You misunderstood the question.
Got it.
And of course, all the clubs should bring reports on what they've done.
Okay.
All right,
That's all I got, Brian.
does that conclude your report?
It does.
Excellent. All right, moving on. This weekend, I believe it's Saturday. Friday and Saturday. First Book Club 165 is meeting to sort out books for their annual distribution later in the semester.
This is weekend and next weekend.
yes.
Yeah, this weekend and next weekend.
It
Thank
kicks
you.
off Friday.
It does kick off Friday. There is a sign up for that. I can, and I believe that
You can find it
you
on
can find it.
our club webpage
Yes,
in the
Brand-
calendar section.
brand spanking new too. Newly
Are you
fresh.
familiar with First Book Club 165?
Mm-mm.
You're new, so I know. They're an organization here in Lawrenceville. They get donated books for all ages, and then they just store them up, and then these first couple of weekends, they get as many volunteers as they can, and they have a big sorting party. They break it up by age group, reading level, what have you. Then, once they get them all sorted, they'll have another day where they will bundle, and they will 5 or 6, but whatever the average turns out to be, and then we'll put these books together. And the idea being is when the semester's over and these kids are going home for the summer, they are given books. They're given a stack of books to read. So it's a wonderful way for them to encourage. It's free for them. They get awesome new books, encourages them to read over the summer. They said they just need extra hands. It's a lot of fun. So if it's something that you can, take a couple hours, it's this weekend and the next weekend. Like I said, we can resend out the link to the sign-up sheet. So you go out to their sign-up sheet and they've got times and slots. And if you can give, even a couple of hours, it's a big help as far as that goes.
Thank you. Don, Maria, can you guys hear okay?
Yep.
Maria, you know you're muted, right, Maria?
Maria, can you hear us?
Nod your head.
Yeah. All right. We earlier today we received a request that Pete sent us. Pete, would you explain the conversation you had, the building usage request?
Yeah, I'd be glad to. I'm not familiar with this organization, but I sent 4 of you the information. It was sent to me by Steve North, who is second in command down at Lawrenceville City Hall. And basically, it appears to me that this is kind of a startup people. Ryan, you may have heard of them. I don't think you got the email today, but they're a community service kind of people. And they want to be able to help the homeless and feed people and try to find employment for people. But the basic thing is they were looking for a place to unpack and settle in for a while. And Steve asked me if we would have any issues with them um, having or using our clubhouse for that. And I said, personally, I didn't. But I wanted to run that by y'all, and that's why I sent that out. So I don't know if you had time to actually look at it or see it, but in my way of thinking, Lawrenceville is a fantastic community, and we have a lot of groups out here that are trying to help our people that live here, you know, with jobs and food and things like that. And I also thought that it might be for us to open our doors to them. We may be able to find a new member or two. The other thing is, based on that they will be needing phone service here and possibly internet, that might help us, at least in the short term, be able to connect for our meetings here. So, like I said, I don't know how many of y'all took time to read, but they want to help churches and just other community type organizations. So, I don't have much more information than that, but I would like to meet with them and see, what they're expecting from us and what we can do. What I talked to Steve was that back wall against the kitchen back there in the bathroom, and then there's room up against the other wall that goes down before you go down into the basement, that they could put some desks in here and move around. It would have to be made known that they can't touch any of our electronics or anything like that or use that. But I mean, if they wanted to sit at one of the tables for a lunch or something like that, I don't have a problem with it. So I don't know if y'all have any questions concerning that or not.
Any questions, concerns, discussion?
Have they been here to look at the building to get an idea of how they want to set things up?
Pete, have they looked at the building?
Pardon?
Have they looked at the building?
The only thing I'd like to do is sit down with a couple of their people, and find out what their needs are here. I don't think, honestly, I do not think they're going to stay here long.
The question, Pete, is, have they been in here to look at the building at all yet? Do they even know what they're dealing with?
I think that well, from what I understand, Steve said, they will be paying, I guess, to, stay here. That would go to the city.
Do you know if they've done a tour?
Have they done a tour here?
Yes, they did a tour here. He told me they'd come in and they looked at it. Sorry, Brian, I can't hear everything in there.
It's okay. All right, any other questions?
So would any of you like to, if I can get a meeting with their people over here and sit down and see what they're looking for, where we can help them, they can help us. I think it would be worthwhile.
Personally, I don't know that we have a choice. It's not our space. We are tenants here just like they would be. And we have a very gracious landlord.
Yeah, we definitely do.
We only have to pay $10 to be here.
Right.
I might
So-
have a question for the city manager, to sit down with him as well. I would say.
Well,
Anytime we need this.
yeah, I mean, I've got to send him a note anyway about use of the space for the 2 seminars and just make sure there won't be a conflict. And I don't think it will. If we're, I doubt they're going to be here on a Thursday evening or a Saturday morning. I might be wrong, but at least let them know those are 2 dates that we're looking at.
Right.
But beyond that, I mean, there's plenty of space.
Right. So I guess it behooves us to find out what exactly they're looking for, and then move forward. So I guess we really, the point that Catherine's made is we honestly, we don't really have a choice because we have a great landlord and, we have a great deal, so.
One of us wants to go with him to meet these people.
Like I said, the city has been good to us, letting us use the building. And, as a favor to them, these people need a place to go for a while. And honestly, I don't think that from what I see and read on the email that Steve sent, they're going to be growing. They've got several other organizations that they're working with. And I think that they're going to need a much larger place than what we have here. So as far as, how long will they meet? I have no idea. But I would like to meet with them just to get to know them.
All right, then that sounds like a good thing to do.
But meanwhile, we need to respond to Mr. North.
Right, so, I will take a motion on the floor.
I move that we respond in the affirmative to Mr. North.
All right, do we have a second?
I'll second.
All right, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of responding to Mr. North with a yes, say aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, that motion carries and it is a go. Okay. Lane Catherine,
Did you want to talk about the district cabinet meeting?
yes. Just a brief note that I have found out that our district cabinet meeting and convention is going to be held on Saturday, the 5th of March. I think it's in Watkinsville. I don't have any other information other than that. I just I read it in a newsletter. So I don't know what time or anything else on that, but I thought I'd just bring that up. They were looking for their usual slate of officers to put up, and that's why they mentioned the date.
Isn't that also the date of how money works? that
Yes.
month?
Yes.
We're only going to need 1 or 2 people here for
Right.
that, so.
Yeah. All right, Lion Catherine, your club, your way survey?
Yes. While working on our club website, trying to get it a bit updated, and if you haven't been out to the club website, please go out and take a look. Let me know what you think. Tried to put a little life into it because it's just been kind of there. But in all my digging, I came across some information from LCI that was called Your Club, Your Way. And it was basically, it's a guide talking about ways to create interest and buzz for your club, and that, is it possible that your members aren't attending because they're bored or because there's not enough for them to do or they're expecting something different? So part of this guide talks about sending out a survey to your membership to ask them, what are the things, what would you like to see happen during a meeting? Do you want it to be where there's an activity? Do you want it to be strictly business? Do you want outings? Just so you can kind of give a pulse of what people are thinking or what might encourage them to attend more frequently. I would like to make a motion to those present that we put this member survey out to our membership to see how we can increase attendance.
Second.
All right, we have a motion on the floor. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of sending out a survey to our membership, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? The ayes have it above the nose. The motion carries.
Thank you.
Excellent. And let's see what time do we got?
It's
7:47. Oh, it's a jet.
It's a jet.
It's a high-flying jet. Okay. All right. So now is our time for some long-range planning. I will note that in recent discussion with my family, that we've been talking about about finding a new place and moving. That is not happening anytime soon. Kind of been waiting for my dad's girlfriend to sell her house, and that doesn't seem to be happening very soon. And that's just saying I'm going to be here a while longer. It looks like.
Thanks for the warning.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, as an aside to getting into long-range planning here, I initiated looking for opticians, optometrists, and anybody else in the visual care community. I found what I found was somewhat limited, I guess, because of my contacts in LinkedIn aren't directly medical related.
Okay.
But I sent out contacts to about 20 people that I did come across.
All right.
All of them in the Gwinnett area. But if you know somebody that we should reach out to, let me know. And maybe they can give me an idea of what the association is these people belong to. And we
I can get you a
that.
name.
All right.
Dr. Young from First Class Eye Care.
Is that the guy
He was
who-
one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's trained us.
Yep. I think that's the name that I'm thinking of,
That's great.
because Melvin just mentioned him on his.
Yep, I know a person.
Yep.
Cool. Moving in.
Yes.
Well, District Governor Hellwig pointed out that anybody that's a professional in eye care is supposed to commit to doing a certain amount of community service for eye care. So it would make sense for us to reach out to them, at least give them the opportunity to
I'll reach out to him.
I mean, there's enough optometrists that could turn into its own branch club.
well, that's a good thought too, right? Or spend them off to other clubs too. Yeah. Closer clubs. But anyway, let me know, if you reach out to them or get me some additional names as well. Let's try and build a list of these and make sure everybody that's covered.
Yeah,
Right.
I got 2 or 3 optometrists that I know.
Good.
I do too. So the topic on the floor is long-range planning.
Yes.
And I'm sorry? I know Tom has had a conversation in the last 2 weeks regarding activities and lack thereof. One of our Lions feels we're not doing enough. I know personally, I feel like we're always kind of a little behind the 8 ball. We do need to be more looking down the road past just a month as far as things we want to do or need to do, so we have plenty of time to plan and get behind things
Yes.
like stripers tickets. There's things we know we want to do or things that we talk about doing, but, we always seem to be kind of rushing from event to event to event. We need to get out of that habit. I also know that we have a very hard time doing that during the constructs of the 2 hours a month that we meet.
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion that we schedule a separate meeting specifically for the purpose of long-range planning.
Second.
All right. We have a motion on the floor. Any discussion?
Is it, you talking about coming in here, say, on a Saturday morning for 2 or 3 hours to plan the next 6 months, or?
Either coming here or meeting at someone's home or whatever's going to be the most convenient.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Yes,
Go ahead, Ryan.
So I'm working on a thing right now, a fundraiser right now, a long-term fundraising goal. I know the general manager at Buffalo Wild Wings. And so if we want to move the meetings there, and then I will propose where if we can team up, because I'm going to try and do an event there twice a month. It's going to be every other Wednesday, where we're going to be doing trivia night.
Oh, fun.
And so
I love trivia.
So it's going to be Wednesdays. And so, but we have to raise at least, we have to, whatever amount over $300, we get 10% of the sales.
Okay.
So what I would propose on one of those nights, if we can help promote this, I'm willing to split one of those days with the Lions Club.
I like it.
And if we want to do the long-term planning there, we can have the meetings there once we get this going.
You're right.
If anybody else is open to that. Like I said, it is at the Buffalo, it's at the Mall of Georgia.
The Mall of Georgia
Yes.
location.
Yeah, they're different. Yeah.
During the week, I can imagine it's not quite as busy.
It's not as busy, and they said that's, they do the fundraising things on Monday and Wednesday nights,
Sure.
and it's not as busy. So we would get there.
Now, from a planning perspective, I know we met one time at Taco Mac,
Yeah.
and that was not a
No, it
conducive.
was,
So I don't know what Buffalo is like inside,
But that wouldn't necessarily be a meeting, that'd be an event.
Yeah.
okay.
If it's a trivia event.
I'm always up for
It's
trivia.
not conducive.
Yeah.
I love trivia is fun, karaoke is fun, bowling is fun. I don't think we have enough fun.
So, but Ryan's proposing that we merge the two, right?
Right. So, I mean, it could be something, let's say it starts at 7, we get there at 6, and then we have an hour of planning. I don't know.
And
It's
Yeah.
just an idea.
Sure.
So if it works out.
And then reward
Right.
ourselves with trivia.
Yeah.
I feel like at least to kick things off, we probably need, an hour or two,
Yes.
just to sit and hash out and, I'm speaking out of turn, but I'm sure my husband would let me volunteer our home. If
Okay,
you guys want to meet at our house.
all right.
Bring your own food.
Chick-fil-A's not catering?
We can do it while he's working, we'll just have him delivered to the house.
Yeah.
But just something where we can literally sit down with some calendars and spitball ideas and, like I said, really think it out.
Lay out a roadmap.
Lay out a roadmap. And it needs to involve more than the executive committee.
I would agree.
Like on a Sunday afternoon or, sometime, because I know, a lot of us work.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my.
And I know that we all,
Look at my schedule.
I know,
Yes.
we're all busy, so. I don't know that I have a date in mind right this second, but if the group as a whole is unopposed to the idea, then we can throw some dates out and pick one and move with it.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call the question. All in favor of scheduling a meeting just for the purposes of long-range planning, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, since we're all lions and not horses, the motion carries. And with it being 7:56,
You got that off.
Now, this is, you didn't finish that, Brian. You may need to explain to Carlos what you mean by lines and horses.
Oh, okay, all right, I'm Robert's Rules of Order, right, and I'm trying to, not make it be dry, it's, aye or nay. Nay is now the sound of a horse. And since, we're lions, we roar, and we're not horses. It's another way of saying, there was no opposition, and the motion carries. I'm just trying to be cute.
You'll get used to it.
Or not. Your choice.
You can put that on the survey. Do you like Brian's jokes?
Yes.
I still want to hear him do karaoke.
We can discuss that at the long range plan.
Yes, we can. Unless there's anything else, I will take a motion to adjourn.
Maria, you have anything to say before we go? You're still muted. If you unmute, maybe we can hear you.
I
No?
don't think so.
Okay.
All right.
We missed your voice.
All right.
We can get flashcards or something.
There you go.
I think she's muted.
We know.
All right. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Second? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone.
Pete, get well, dang it.
Please get well and have some ice cream for once.
Thanks for coming, Carlos.
Thank you for inviting me, and I'm happy to be here.
We are so happy.
Get well, Pete.
Have things
Thank
gone
you.
great for you, Carlos, or things for you guys?
But Don, Maria, we hope you guys have a great week.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Come out Friday if you can.
Necessarily affected because they, like, that's for the major league players and the players in the 40-man roster. So we have a lot of minor league players.
So right now it's business as
They
usual.
should be here. Like, we shouldn't have any problem.
Okay.
Then minor league players aren't paid a great deal of money, right?
Not in the, at AAA level, they get a decent amount.
I do.
Single A, like rookie league, those guys.
Yeah.
And that's part of the CBA that they're like, negotiating right now. But yeah.
Okay.
So maybe we ought to have a baseball appreciation night sometime. Player appreciation.
Underpaid player appreciation.
Underpaid player appreciation.
So you guys
Fix
are
some
working
chili.
on the schedules and.
Yeah, we're
so-
working. Yeah,
Okay.
we're working business as usual.
Okay.
We expect to start the season on April 12th.
Okay,
It goes to
Yeah.
late September.
sure. Okay. Well, so of course, we're gonna wanna do another Lions night, so we'll
Yeah.
just,
Yes.
She told me that it's better to do it during spring, like maybe.
some people like it
April,
early,
May.
yeah, before it gets too hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can check the dates and see if one of
Okay.
those Saturdays works for you.
Right.
For,
Sure.
For the group.
Yeah, we love that first baseline.
Yes.
Under the shade.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
can't beat that. Yeah, I don't think we've had any takers on our package at all.
Well, there's
Nobody's,
certainly 2 tickets sold.
oh,
I bought 2.
I haven't seen any.
Well, not a package, no.
I was saying,
Yeah.
not on the
I-
package, because
you know.
I've seen people have gone out to the website, to our store site
Oh, really?
to look at it, but nobody's bid.
Right.
So, we tried to drum up some interest in not only the Swarm game, all the 3 games, but I went ahead and added the Stripers, to be determined. You will get 2 tickets to go to the Stripers game whenever we have it. So, something we want to try to keep moving forward with, maybe to generate interest year after year. is
Right. I
Prepay and get all of the games that and keep doing